feel today? Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? And let's go to the house. And let's go to the house.
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this holler, we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them.
He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man.
You already make the big money.
He's a man.
Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there.
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like.
Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? And let's go to the house. And let's go to the house. It's a wrap. Game over. Nope, this game is not over. It's just getting started right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. All right, something's going on. We don't have any viewers on a couple of our streams, but hey, I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to keep rolling, and they can check it out on the replay. I'm sure Facebook is up on some kind of BS. So anyway, Winning Wednesday. Yesterday, Talk Your Team Tuesday, I had a very frank discussion about why Coach Johnny Cole, formerly of Texas Southern University, could not get another opportunity at an HBCU. Had a lot of folks comment about that on social media. Had a lot of folks send me text messages after the show. And I'm just going to start off with this, man. You know, excuses are something. Excuses can stop people from doing all kinds of things. And I will just say this, there is no excuse. After 10, 12 years, there are people that literally commit homicides that don't stay in jail for 12 years. There are people that steal millions of dollars that don't stay in jail for 12 years. And again, it's not about rights and birthrights and all that kind of stuff. You know, forgiveness and grace speak more about the giver than they do the receiver. If you come up with an excuse every time you choose not to give grace, that says more about you than the person that is looking to receive the grace. Because, you know, I don't want to get in my faith, but there ways are made out of no way. Ways are made in places that you could never even imagine. So if you ever choose to not give someone grace, just know this, you're not necessarily stopping them. You might be a block and you might be a hindrance, but you aren't a deterrent. So I say all that to say, I believe, I know, I'm not being prejudicial, I'm not being biased. I'm just saying after 12 years, there ought to be some grace for Coach Johnny Cole. After 12 years, there ought to be some grace for Coach Johnny Cole. Somewhere in the HBCU community. The man's an HBCU alum. The man's an HBCU grad. The man coached at multiple HBCUs. The man won at every single HBCU that he's been at. Ran into some trouble in 2010. And has been ostracized. I literally have asked people in the media to, have him on their show, during homecoming week at the school that he went to. And you would have thought I asked them to put on, the racist guy that President Trump had dinner with the other day. That man didn't do anything that atrocious that he shouldn't be able to sit in on a radio broadcast and answer some questions. In fact, if you were any kind of broadcast journalist, I would think that you would want to have him come in and ask him the tough questions about what happened. But again, everybody's different. Every show is different. I get it. But man, I tell you what, some of the excuses are pretty interesting. I thank goodness for the people that did reach out on a positive way and add some insight to the discussion. I always find it interesting when you can't even have a discussion about tough things without people taking offense or getting defensive. Man, that's a lost art in our society today, to be able to have open and frank discussions about difficult things. I'm old enough to remember a time when that could happen. So anyway, here we are, Winning Wednesday. I want to say congratulations to CJ. CJ won this week's Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. She had 13 right this week, and she beat out Miss Pearl, Amber, Mike G, Sid, Ty, who had 12 wins. She beat out Chi-Town, Alexis, Keisha Kelly, Emmanuel, Andrea, Big Mike, Al High, Jeremy, Todd, Erica, Carrie K, Landry, Fins Up, Barry T, who all had 11 wins. And then she beat out everybody else that had 10, 9, 8, 7. And I'm sorry, Britt dialed in, and Britt had 12 wins. We missed one of her wins. I'll take responsibility for that. But Britt was in that 12-win category as well. Britt, we have updated your win total, and we've updated you in the standings with the 12 wins. So, Britt, please know that you have been updated. So, again, congratulations going out to CJ with who won it all this week with 13 wins. CJ, I want to know how you got them 13, kid. I want to know how you knocked it out of the park with 13 wins, man. What a weekend for you. Donna Coleman Holman, sis, I love you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your friendship, your sisterhood. Thank you for your love for me and always looking out for me. Donna's got something coming my way that I can't wait to receive and can't wait to rock. So, Donna, as soon as I get it, it's on and popping. All right, let me give you the current standings in the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Right now at number 1 is Miss Pearl. At number 2 is Amber. Number 3, Milo, making a big charge this season. Number 4 is Chi-Town. He and Milo are tied, but Milo's got him on the tiebreaker. Number 5 is Emmanuel, tied with Delano. But again, number 5 is Emmanuel. Number 6 is Delano. And just outside of the top 6 is Football G by 1 win. Erica with a K is 2 wins out of the top 6. Keith Hennick is 3 wins out. Al High, Alexis, Big Mike, Big Time Floyd, and Keisha Kelly are all 4 out of the top 5. And then 6 out is T-Bone. He's at number 15. Vinny Hardy is at number 15. So again, number 1, Miss Pearl. Number 2, Amber. Number 3, Milo. Number 4, Chi-Town. Number 5, Emmanuel. Number 6 is Delano. And Football G, you're only 1 out. So again, the top 6 compete for $500 cash at the end of the season in the playoff round when you want to be in the top 6. But I'm just telling you, don't give up. Don't give up. I mean, in fact, all the way down to number 20, you still got a shot. So these are the folks that are literally still in the running. Duval, Andrea, Clarence, Todd, T-Bone, Vinny, Keisha Kelly, Big Time Floyd, Big Mike, Alexis, Al High, Keith, Erica and Football G, y'all are still in the running. Still in the running. Erica with a C is still in there. Alice, Terry S, Dez, Jeremy, Britt, CJ, Jasmine, and Danny. Y'all are not out of it. King Doc, you're not out of it. You just gotta run the table, man, on these last 6 weeks. Gotta run the table on the last 6 weeks. So get it together. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. So now I've got to take a break. When I come back, I'm gonna read Donna Coleman Holman's comments right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku, courtesy of BS3 TV.
This is a BS3 Network presentation.
I want to show that attainability. I want to show the accessibility of this kind of lifestyle.
From social media to having conversations with friends and family, you always have to put on face and say face.
What brings a smile to my face is the one person that totally believes in me, and that's my beautiful wife, Jody.
I just had to stop because I didn't value myself. I didn't love myself. And it's like, I have to learn to love myself.
Changing the world one conversation at a time. This is Revelations. Discouragement, sorrow, distance. Your arguments cause damage to your family. The hurt leads to divorce. You feel like there is nowhere else to turn. But there is hope for you. That's where we come into play. There is an overcomer that lives inside of you. One ready to take on the world as you leap for joy, living in victory. You'll grow to love yourself and others. There's life after divorce, and you can claim it today. Get Over Divorce, where your new story begins here every Thursday on YouTube and Spreaker.
All right, that is some of the great programming that we have on BS3 TV, changing the way you watch TV. If you have a Roku streaming device, just download BS3 TV and check out all of the great content, including the lunch break. All right. Erica K with a K says, congratulations, CJ, represent for the ladies. Look, when I look at the standings, the ladies are right in there. Miss Pearl, Amber, are rocking for the ladies in the top 6. And then Erica, Alexis, Keisha Kelly are just outside of the top 6. So, ladies, y'all are definitely representing. Y'all are definitely representing. And look, finish strong, man. Don't miss putting in your picks, CJ. You are climbing up the ladder. You are climbing up the ladder. Donna Coleman Holman, let me go back to your original comment, Donna. I want to get that first one. Donna said the Bucks are looking some kind of way. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. This Bucks team, in addition to not having Bruce Arians, is still not the same Bucks team as last year. They have had so many injuries on that offensive line to not only starters but backups. So they've literally got third string, what would have been third string players earlier in the season, or team players that weren't even on the roster. They've got those guys in positions that they've got to count on. Again, the issue with Tom Brady, and I cannot emphasize enough, you can never underestimate or overestimate the power of somebody's mental fortitude. And when that gets rattled or shattered or broken or, just conflicted, it is hard to be one of the best athletes of all time. It's hard. Some people can do it for a game, like the game when Brett Favre's father died and he went out there and balled out. The game after Michael Jordan's dad died, he went out there and balled out. The game where he had Michael Jordan had the flu. Joe Montana had the flu for a game. You can do that in one-off situations, but for a whole season, it just doesn't work that way. And again, people who've never been through a divorce miss me. You don't even know what you're talking about. just because you feel like somebody should go through their divorce the way you think that they should, or even the way that you went through yours, it just don't work that way. Some people are literally challenged in a way that they just cannot be themselves. And I wasn't going to get into it from a personal standpoint, but just from an understanding standpoint. Again, the fact that the man was out there even trying to compete was to me was a testament. And then, the running game is not what it was. I said yesterday that, the offensive coordinator, Byron Leftwich, had to make adjustments to what he's done in the past that worked, and teams kind of figure it out. And sometimes the adjustments that you make don't work. So you got to make adjustments to the adjustments, and you got to be able to implement them. The guys got to pick them up and execute them. So, I'm not surprised that Tampa Bay is not doing what they did last year. Sometimes it takes a little longer than people think, just when you plug and play a new coach and a new system and all that. So we will see. We will see. We will see. Keith Hennig said the Bucs are looking like some kind of trash. They ain't that bad, Keith. They about to win the NFC South with a 8-win, 8-9 record. They're gonna win the AFC South. Tom Brady, definitely, man. If I'm Tom after this season, I'm unavailable. I don't want to talk about retirement. I don't want to talk about the season. However it goes, I'm unavailable. I am unavailable. Donna Coleman Holman, AJ, I'm not liking that former Cowboy is running for office in Georgia. Yeah, trust me when I say I'm not rocking with that either. I'm not rocking with that. I had so much respect for Herschel Walker as a player, but again, political differences. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Keith Hennig said Tom should take a permanent break. Should take a permanent break. Big shout out to Ben Sutter III, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV. I love being a part of it. So anyway, that's my take. And oh yeah, by the way, don't sleep on the Dallas Cowboys. Don't sleep on the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm no Jerry Jones fan. I always had, my thoughts and feelings about how he really felt outside of the media. But after seeing that picture, I don't give a damn what Stephen A. Smith says. I'm cool. It just further solidified who I thought he was. Now, is he a great marketer? Is he a great, media guru? Yeah, absolutely. He could take a 6-10 team and make them worth billions of dollars. Guess what? I can give him credit for that, but I ain't never got to go to his house and eat, and he come knock on my door. Who is it? Jerry. Jerry who? Jerry Jones. Get off my yard. We're not related. And I mean that. I'll be standing up on those stairs like he was standing up on those stairs trying to block them black folks for going to school. I'll be standing up on them stairs trying to block him from coming in my house. But as a team, the Cowboys are kind of scary. In fact, I'll take a break, and when I come back from the break, I'm going to give you this week's NFL Power Rankings from the lunch break. This week's NFL Power Rankings from the lunch break. I'll give you those. I've got my quarterback power rankings, and I've got the SWAC power rankings heading into this weekend's SWAC championship game. We got to check them out. We got to check them out. Keith Hennig, I agree. I agree. I agree. Just because he's a billionaire don't make him a great person. And this whole, that was, 40 some odd years ago, 50 some odd years ago. Yeah, it's always something. It's always something. But we'll try a kid as an adult. Anyway, let me take my break. I'll be right back. I'm trying to behave today, but y'all got me going here, so I'll be right back right after this.
If you're looking for a sports program that gives you the flavor.
Washington Commanders? Really?
This whole thing stinks to high heaven.
That pulls no punches.
Thuggish act by a thuggish actor.
That gives you some humor.
Praise everything LeBron does and never criticize it.
If you want a show that gives you good times, then this is that show. BS3 Network proudly presents.
I am Cole Johnson, and welcome to
Cole Sports with a Z. every Friday on Patreon, and every Saturday on YouTube, Spreaker, and all other outlets. What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and what Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
That's sneaky becoming one of my favorite shows on the BS3 networks. Grace, Rabia, and Kim do a phenomenal job. I do, man. And I got to admit, I like watching that one right there. So Grace and Kim, y'all do a phenomenal job. Thank y'all for just putting out good content. Definitely appreciate the content right there on the BS3 network. If you got a ROKU streaming device, just download BS3 TV and you will have access to all that great content. All right. Ben Sutter III says that TB12 needs to retire. You've done it all. Tom Brady reminds me of Michael Jordan when he came back and went to Washington. That's what he reminds me of. It's like, bro, you've done everything. You're probably not going to win one at Washington, but again, he reminds me of that situation. He reminds me of Jerry Rice when Jerry Rice was in Seattle. It's like, Jerry, like, bruh, you are the greatest of all time. Give me that jersey, give me that helmet. We'll holler at you. We'll holler at you. So we'll see. We will see. All right. Now, I told you I will have the power rankings, NFL, all NFL teams. Let me give you that right now. Power rankings in the NFL. I'm going to start at the top. Number one team, and, they should be. I think if they win this weekend, they lock up a playoff spot. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles are in that number one spot. At number two, the team that I told y'all was going to be the best team in the AFC. While y'all were trying to tell me Buffalo, I was telling y'all, did Kansas City leave the AFC? Kansas City Chiefs are number two in the lunch break power rankings. At number three, a team that surprises me, and they did it on Thanksgiving night, held off New England, the Minnesota Vikings. And with their crazy quarterback, Kirk Cousins, Minnesota's at number three. At number four, the Buffalo Bills. And they've lost Von Miller for an extended period of time. Ed Oliver said that they're going to be just fine without Von. We'll see. I've got them at number four. At number five, the team I just talked about, the Dallas Cowboys, are number five in the lunch break power rankings this week. At number six, the team that dog walked the Houston Texans, leading 30-0 at halftime, the Miami Dolphins. And boy, y'all better leave Tua Tagovailoa alone. Y'all better leave him alone. That dude is just balling. At number seven, even though they are coming off of a loss that they should not have lost, they should be 8-3, but they lost. At number seven, I got the Baltimore Ravens. At number eight, at 7-4, I've got the Cincinnati Bengals. At number nine, at 7-4, surprisingly, I've got the New York Jets. The New York Giants, the New York Giants. At number 10, I've got the New York Jets. Can't believe that the Jets and the Giants are both in the top 10, but I give credit where credit is due. At number 11, the San Francisco 49ers. Remember when Trey Lance was their starting quarterback? Well, Jimmy G said, hey, hold on, young buck. Not yet. I got it. Got him at 7-4 there at number 11. Number 12, the Tennessee Titans at 7-4. They are the best team in the AFC South, bar none. Number 12, you got number 12, Tennessee. Number 13, the Washington Commanders. I don't like them. I don't like them as an organization, but hey, they're playing tough football, so I got to give them some credit. At number 15, you've got the New England Patriots. Number 16, one of my biggest surprise teams of the season, along with the Jets, along with the Giants, are the Seattle Seahawks. They're at number 16. At number 17, the team that y'all been dogging out all this time, they're still in there. They're under 500, but hey, they're first place in their division. That's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got them at 17. At 18, I've got the Atlanta Falcons. 19, I've got the Indianapolis Colts, in spite of them not having a head coach. I noticed on the game the other night that Troy Aikman was not calling Jeff Saturday the interim head coach. He kept calling him the head coach. And I really think that the decision has already been made. Now, I know that your boy, Jim Irsay, has to go through the Rooney Rule and all that kind of stuff because he doesn't want to lose draft picks. But I would be surprised if Jeff Saturday does not get that job full-time, regardless of how the team finishes. It's either going to be Jeff Saturday or they're going to make a serious run at Sean Payton. But at number 19, it's the Colts. At number 20, the Cleveland Browns, who are getting their starting quarterback back for this coming Sunday. He'll be coming to Houston to take on his former team. It'll be Deshaun Watson in Cleveland at number 20. At number 21, the Detroit Lions. They should have won that game on Thursday. At number 22, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Number 23, the Raiders. Number 24, the Steelers. And remember, I'm a Steeler fan because I love Mike Tomlin. I hope that he can find a way to get over 500. So again, he won't have a losing season for his career. At number 25, you got the Arizona Cardinals. At 26, you got the Carolina Panthers. And I on purpose put the Cardinals and the Panthers over the Green Bay Packers, even though they have the same record. Because last year it was a toe. This year it's the thumb. The finger. Please. Anyway, at number 27, the Packers. 28, the New Orleans Saints. They look bad, y'all. My Saints look bad. They look really bad. I'm not impressed with Dennis Allen. I'm not impressed with the offensive coordinator. I'm not impressed with Andy Dalton. I'm not impressed with any of it. They look bad. At number 29, the Denver Broncos. Number 30, the LA Rams. 31, the Bears. 32, the Houston Texans. Let me go back, read them through, no commentary. Number 1, Eagles. 2, Chiefs. 3, Vikings. 4, Bills. 5, Cowboys. 6, Dolphins. 7, Ravens. 8, Bengals. 9, Giants. 10, Jets. 11, 49ers. 12, Titans. 13, Commanders. 14, Chargers. 15, Patriots. 16, Seahawks. 17, Bucks. 18, Falcons. 19, Colts. 20, Cleveland. 21, Lions. 22, Jags. 23, Raiders. 24, Steelers. 25, Cards. 26, Panthers. 27, Packers. 28, Saints. 29, Broncos. 30, Rams. 31, Bears. 32, Texans. That's the lunch break power rankings for NFL teams. All right, let me take my bottom of the hour break. When I come back, let's look at power rankings for NFL quarterbacks. We'll do that next right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E.
This is a BS3 Network presentation. Politics.
They'll write the law, but they'll enforce it differently. Is that going to apply both ways?
Religion.
God never said that we can't reason together. Matter of fact, he said, let us sit and reason together.
Relationship.
I believe that everybody wants and needs somebody.
From a man's perspective.
They say, girls, if I put some polish on that and get him to buy some different clothes, girl, he could be a winner chicken dinner.
Join the thought engineer.
There's nothing wrong with me developing my piece and you developing your piece, but understand the goal is to come together.
And comedian John Yogi.
Negro, I don't need you putting on no chapstick up there in the pulpit. You do that over there in your chair.
Get ready for
Man Talk Monday. Woo!
Live every Monday at 7 p.m. Central.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
All right, back here on the lunch break, Winning Wednesday, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of those good folks right there, BS3 TV. So appreciate them for allowing us to be a part of an amazing network family. Hey, we're changing the way you watch TV. All right, just gave you my power rankings for the NFL. Let me give you my quarterback power rankings. Let me give you my quarterback power rankings for the NFL. At number one, I told y'all, leave Tua Tagovailoa alone. It's like the third or fourth week in a row that Tua has been number one. Same thing for Geno Smith at number two. And look at it, Tua is far ahead on quarterback passer rating, 115.7. Second highest was 107.9. But both of them completing 70% or better of their passes. At number three, Jalen Hurts, the guy that they swore could not play quarterback, only has his team with the best record, and he is the third highest rated quarterback for the lunch break this week. At number four, you've got Patrick Mahomes keeping it going at number four, 105.3, just behind Jalen Hurts. And oh, yeah, by the way, Jalen Hurts had a better completion percentage. How about that? For he can't play accuracy. The man who came off the bench and got it done this week, leading his team to a win, Sam Darnold at number five, 103.8. Bad completion percentage, though. He's got the lowest on the lunch break rankings this week, 58%. At number six, Jimmy G. No pressure. Just get out there and play, brother. 103 on the passer rating, 67% completion rate. At number seven, Joe Cool. Burrow, 101.7, 68% completion rate. And then Ryan T. You know, as Ryan T goes, so goes that team. When he plays well, that opens up the running game. And he's been playing better inside of himself, not outside of himself. Ryan T at 97 on the passer rating. At number nine, the guy that they wanted to get rid of for Cooper. And I'm not talking about a car. I'm talking about a backup quarterback. Dak Prescott at number nine, 95.3 on the passer rating, completing 68% of his passes, and got his team within striking distance of the first place Philadelphia Eagles. Hang on. This season ain't over. At number 10, you got Josh Allen. Again, they say you can't teach accuracy. He's just balling. He's just balling at number 10. At number 11, I see why now they're keeping him in the starting lineup. His passer rating is good. His completion percentage is good. So there you go. But I really think that the best chance for the Saints to win is a turned loose Jameis Winston. I'm not saying let him throw the ball all over the field. I'm just saying let him be Jameis. Let him be Jameis. At number 12, you got Trevor Lawrence, who really balled out and coming from behind to beat the Baltimore Ravens. Again, got to give him some love. He's at number 12. Then we get into our usual suspects. You got Jared Goff at number 13, and there is the finger is what we're going to call him because it's the finger this year or the thumb. Last year was the toe. Just more drama. Got him at 14, behind Jared Goff, behind Jalen Hurts, behind Geno Smith. Well, AJ, if you had a chance to take him or them, who would you take? I wouldn't take him. I would not. At number 15, you got Justin Herbert at quarterback. All right, let me go back. Let me go back to the top. Let you see them all without commentary. Number 1, Tua. Number 2, Geno Smith. Number 3, Jalen Hurts. Number 4, Patrick Mahomes. Number 5, Sam Darnold. Number 6, Jimmy G. Number 7, Joe Burrow. Number 8, Ryan Tannehill. Number 9, Dak. Number 10, Josh. Number 11, Andy. Number 12, Trevor. Number 13, Jarrett. Number 14, Drama. Number 15, Justin Herbert. There you go. That's your lunch break power rankings for quarterbacks. Lunch break power rankings for quarterbacks. Hey, this man just tuned in. We've been talking about you a lot yesterday and today. And I just want you to know, bro, I said earlier today, you got people who have committed murder, committed a homicide that hadn't been punished for 12 years. You got people that stole millions of dollars that didn't get punished for 12 years. You got people who've done all kinds of stuff, and they're still working in their chosen profession. And why people can't see that it's beyond time to give you grace, to give you another chance is beyond me. Again, I'm not throwing the HBCUs under the bus, but what I will say is they got to do better, man. Put your money where your mouth is. You say there's no reason, well, guess what? Then get him in for an interview. Get him in for an interview. Get him in for an interview. I mean, you're not going to go to hell for talking to the man. In fact, you're doing a better set of due diligence for your school, for your athletic department by sitting down and having a talk with Johnny Cole on or off the record. Hey, man, I just want to talk to you off the record. What happened, man? Tell me what happened. And get his side of the story. I mean, again, it don't cost you anything. So, again, I'm going to keep sounding the alarm. I'm going to keep sounding the alarm. They're going to get tired of me. I'll do it strategically, but I'm going to do it consistently until something changes. So, I feel a Mike Jones song coming. I feel a Mike Jones. Back then, they didn't want me. Now they all up on me. Yeah, I feel that's going to be the story. All right, let me take this break. When I come back, I'm going to do this SWAC power rankings. Had some shakeups in the power rankings and the SWAC. We'll come back with that when we come back from this right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. 4 men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Dog, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where H-Rap B always predicts,
if I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
Live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Of course, Steph Curry, Tim Anderson, Jordan Alvarez. And it's caught! Deebo Samuel with the catch.
Michael Jordan can sense.
The throw just got the king.
BS3 Network.
The hottest of hot takes. The coldest of cold hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Gold Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Yeah, man. Again, great programming on BS3 TV. If you got a Roku streaming device, just download BS3 TV from your Roku streaming device and just click, man. You're going to be like, oh, man, this good stuff. What? Yeah, that's how it is. Changing the way you watch TV. All right, I'm getting live updates. On what's happening with Coach Deion Sanders and Jackson State. So let me give you the latest update that I'm getting live. Coach Sanders is telling recruits he will be at a school on Sunday, and apparently he has the choice between Colorado, we know about, Cincinnati is apparently in play, and University of South Florida, near where he played at Florida State. So South Florida's in Tampa. Is that right? No, that's Central Florida in Tampa. Look, don't hold me to. I used to live in there. I forgot. But anyway, South Florida, Cincinnati, and we're already aware of Colorado. So as soon as I know something official, I will let you know. All right. Without further ado, let's look at these SWAC power rankings because we have had a shakeup at the top. We have had a shakeup near the top, I should say. Number one, still Jackson State. They're 8-0. They finished off their perfect season. Number two, FAMU, man. Imagine for 2 years in a row, you've only lost one game in the SWAC, and you have been unable to compete for a SWAC championship because for 2 years in a row, that loss has come to the number one team. That's FAMU. So again, FAMU is at number two. At number three, jumping over several teams, is Southern. Southern is at number three after beating Grambling in the Bayou Classic and claiming the Western Division of the SWAC. 5-3 Southern will play Jackson State 8-0 this Saturday in the SWAC championship game. So again, at number three, we now have Southern. At number four, you've got Prairie View. They lost an ugly game to Arkansas Pine Bluff. And if they had won that game, they would have gone to the SWAC championship versus Jackson State. I got them at number four. At number five, you've got Alabama State. At number six, you've got Alabama A&M. At number seven, you got Texas Southern, who Alabama A&M came back and defeated. At number eight, disappointing year for Alcorn. They finished 4-4, but man, it just didn't feel like they had any kind of momentum or consistency this year. Bethune-Cookman has parted ways with their head coach. That's another school that should be on the phone with Coach Johnny Cole as we speak. They're at number 9, 2-6. Grambling, tough year, man. Tough year. Hugh Jackson, you need to call Johnny Cole, let him run your offense because what you put out there this season as an offense was not good. At number 11, Valley got themselves a couple of wins in the conference this year. And at number 12, with one conference win over Prairie View, was Arkansas Pine Bluff, another school that should be on the phone with Coach Johnny Cole. All right, let me go through, no commentary. All right, Jackson State, number 1, FAMU, number 2, Southern, number 3, Prairie View, number 4, Alabama State, number 5, Alabama A&M, number 6, TSU, number 7, Alcorn, number 8, Bethune, number 9, 10, Grambling, 11, Valley, and 12, Pine Bluff. All right, there you go. That's what you have in the SWAC power rankings for this year. All right. Listen, man, a lot of stuff going on out there, but I got to give credit to the USA men's soccer team, the national soccer team for the men. The last time there was a World Cup, they didn't even qualify for it. This time, not only did they qualify, but they are heading to the knockout stage after a 1-0 win over Iran. They beat Iran yesterday 1-0, and they are on to the knockout stage versus the Netherlands. That will be Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Central. Willie Gibson, that's 10 a.m. Eastern. 9 a.m. Central. We'll see if the USA can make some noise against the Netherlands. So, again, man, congratulations to them. Got to give love where credit is due. The men doing some things, man. Again, it was a big win over Iran because, man, Iran, they were mad because they did some stuff with the flag and all that kind of stuff. There's protests going on in the country about women's rights and things like that. So Iran wanted to make a statement, but no statement this year. No. It was all USA 1-0. And again, they go on to the knockout stage. Got to give them credit about that. All right, what else we got? Number one team in college basketball, U of H Cougs. They didn't have any trouble with an HBCU, Norfolk State, last night. They got a big win over them. Final score in that one was 100-52. Congratulations to them. Rockets are going to take on the Denver Nuggets tonight at 8. But last night in the NBA, it was the Dallas Mavs and Luka with a big triple-double, knocking off Golden State, who everybody keeps trying to tell me that Golden State is back. Golden State is the team to beat and all that. But let me just tell you something real quick about Golden State. Golden State right now is 11-11, and they got one more loss than the Lakers. I mean, they've got one fewer loss than the Lakers. Golden State is 11-11. The Lakers have 12 losses. Hell, the Houston Rockets have 15 losses. So Golden State only has 4 fewer losses than the last place team in the NBA. Are they back? And if they're back, where are they back from and what are they back to? They're a 500 team right now. The Mavericks are 10-10, and Luka last night balled all the way out. 42, 12, and 12. 41 points, 12 assists, and 12 rebounds. There is no question Steph Curry is one of the greatest players of our time. There is no question that Steph Curry has not changed the game, similar to the way that just drew a blank on his name. The greatest player in my opinion, Bill Russell, the greatest player in my opinion to play the game, changed the game. They literally took dunks away out of the sport because of Bill Russell. Well, AJ, he was playing against people who would not be in the league today. Yeah, but he would be. He would be, and he would play the bigs tougher than most of the other bigs in the league. So Bill Russell changed the game. Shaquille O'Neal changed the game. Michael Jordan, they came up with the Jordan rules. He changed the game. Steph Curry is that kind of transcendental player where he's changed the game. But the team, Golden State, Right now, they are 10th in the standings. I know it's way early. I know they play 82 and they've played 22. So they got 60 more games to play. But let's slow down on them being back. Where are they back from? What are they back to? I need to know these things. Where are they back from and what are they back to? Because, baby, Dallas gave it to him last night. And Luka pretty much did that by himself. I know that's not accurate. But he pretty much did it by himself. Let me give you the box score for the other Dallas Mavs last night. Here we go. You got 22 from Tim Hardaway Jr. He was the second leading scorer. You got 14 from Spencer Dinwiddie. You got 13 from Green off the bench. And you had 41 from Luka. 41, 22, 14, 13. Boy, they sure do miss Brunson. They do. They'd be a scary team with Brunson right now. But again, when I look at the standings, everybody's talking about the Warriors being back. What about the Phoenix Suns being back on top in the West? Phoenix Suns, number 1. Denver Nuggets, number 2. New Orleans Pelicans, 3. Grizzlies 4, Clippers 5, and Sacramento Kings number 6. On the east side of town, it's Boston number 1, Milwaukee number 2, Cleveland number 3, Indiana number 4, Philly number 5, and the Raptors are number 6. The Hawks have fallen all the way down to number 8. All right, got to take a break. When I come back, I'm going to give you my NFL picks for this week. NFL picks for this week for those who want to compete in the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. I'll let you know when you have to have that in. We'll do that right after this on the Lunch Break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
That's why we here on this platform.
Marriage, a loving splendor, a daily grind. Such is the case when Damien and Jamie get together and chop it up, for marriage is real.
Let's just lay it all out here. Let's just be real with it.
Join this wonderful couple who keeps it real and always in love. BS3 Network proudly presents Marriage is Real, where love is the only thing that matters. Live every Tuesday at 8:30 Central. Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
All right. That's more great programming from BS3 TV. All right, let's get to these games. Let's get to these NFL games for week number 13. NFL games for week number 13. And starting tomorrow night, it's going to be a good one. Buffalo at New England. I've got Buffalo on the road in that one. Buffalo at New England, Buffalo on the road there. Pittsburgh at Atlanta. I want to say Pittsburgh. If they can run the ball like they did the other night, I think Pittsburgh can win that game on the road. But I'm going with Atlanta at home. All right, then you've got the Broncos at the Ravens, all Ravens. You got the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. I'm going with the Bears at home, especially if you know who's going to play with his injured thumb. I'm going with the Bears at home. All right, Jags and the Lions. That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a better than expected game. I got sunlight in my eyes. A better than expected game. I am going with the Lions at home. All right, Browns at the Texans, Cleveland. Jets at the Vikings. Again, another surprisingly good game. I'm going Vikings at home. Commanders at the Giants. That one's going to be a very good game because if the Commanders win that one, they tie the record with the Giants. I'm going with the Giants in a bounce-back game at home. Titans at the Eagles. It's going to be a good one, but I got Eagles going to 11-1. Seahawks at the Rams. I've got Seahawks on the road. Dolphins and 49ers. Again, a good game. I'm going 49ers at home. And then Kansas City at the Bengals. I'm going Kansas City on the road. Chargers at the Raiders. Those two teams, man, they go at each other. I'm going to go with an upset. Raiders over the Chargers at home. Colts, Cowboys Monday night. Forget about it. Cowboys. And then Saints and Buccaneers. Buccaneers at home. Let me give you my picks. No commentary. Again, I've got Bills over the Patriots. I've got Steelers over the Falcons. I'm looking at that one now. I got Steelers over the Falcons. Let me give you my picks with no commentary. Bills, Patriots, Falcons over the Steelers. I've got Ravens over the Broncos, Bears over the Packers, Lions over the Jaguars, Cleveland over the Texans, Vikings over the Jets. I've got Giants over the Commanders, Eagles over the Titans, Seahawks over the Rams, 49ers over the Dolphins, Chiefs over the Bengals, Raiders upset Chargers, Cowboys over the Colts, and Buccaneers over the Saints. Keith Hennig said, would you hire an NFL head coach with a 34-15 record after years in the league? No. No. Who is that, Keith? Who is that? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Just me. I'm curious who that is. Who's the coach with a 34-52 record? Hey, while he's giving me that answer, if you want to get in on the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge, even if you've never played before, give me all of your scores from tomorrow night through Monday night, who you think's going to win. You don't have to use point spreads. You don't have to use any kind of stuff. You just pick who you think's going to win and send it to me. Send it to me via text 832-403-5005. And then for the Monday night game, give me the exact final score for both teams. Don't leave that out because as you saw this past week with so many people with the same record, you okay. I didn't know that was Todd Bowles. Again, yeah. I don't want to move the goalposts, but that's different for Todd. That's different for Todd. Anyway, give me the exact final score for both teams for the Monday night game. Text those to me, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Or you can email them, aj@jonesmediaandent.com, aj@jonesmediaandent.com. Don't miss out on any of the games. Pick all of them. Pick all of them. Any game that you don't pick, you can't get credit for. Any game that you don't pick, I'm not going to guess to figure out what you meant to do, and the interns are not going to do that either. So get those to me by tomorrow 6 p.m. by Thursday 6 p.m. Central. If you're on the East Coast, Willie Gibson, that's 7 p.m. If you're in the mountain area, that's 5. If you're on the West Coast, that's 4. If you're in another part of the world, that's on you. Get them to me by 6 p.m. Central, and you'll be in. Now, at the end of the year, you want to be in the top 6. If you're in the top 6, you can compete for $500 cash. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. There's nothing you can do about it except meet me here tomorrow for Throwback Thursday. We got a special guest joining myself and Chris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. Y'all take care. We'll talk to you then.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today, getting over that hump. It's Wednesday, November 30th, 2022. Number 1, Donald Trump's controversial dinner with white nationalist and anti-Semite Holocaust denier Nick Fuentes and controversial pot stirrer Kanye West continues to generate discussions. A growing number of religious leaders are speaking out against Donald Trump's dinner with the Holocaust denier Fuentes, who accompanied Kanye West to a dinner at the Trump Mar-a-Lago property last week. The New York Times reported even some of the staunchest Trump reporters say they can no longer ignore the abetting of bigotry by the nominal leader of the Republican Party. Number 2, the Republican Party will officially take control of the House of Representatives and its committees in January. Jim Comer will likely assume Carolyn Maloney's position as chair of the House Oversight and Reform Committee. Comer was among Republicans who recently accused President Biden's son, Hunter, of influence peddling and labeled him a national security threat. Comer accused Biden and his family of crimes, including defrauding the United States, tax evasion, money laundering, and more. Number 3, a Connecticut program that offered hero pay to essential workers at the peak of the coronavirus pandemic got so many applicants that state lawmakers had to go back into session Monday to provide extra funding. The Connecticut General Assembly voted to revamp the distribution formula for the premium pay program for private sector workers. Initially, the state expected to award about $30 million in bonuses to people who had to go to work in person in jobs in healthcare, food distribution, public safety, and other essential services. Number 4, Saturday, November 19th, 2022, a mass shooting occurred at a known queer club in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Nearly 300 bills have been considered this year that sought to criminalize transition-related care for minors, ban trans people from school sports, ban discussions of queer and trans people in classrooms, and otherwise restrict LGBTQ+ rights. This legislative onslaught came amid escalating anti-LGBTQ+ and specifically anti-trans rhetoric across the cultural landscape, from extremist right-wing pundits to down to our most venerated mainstream media outlets. Number 5, Shaquise Kilpatrick Marks has been missing from Sherwood, Arkansas since November 2nd. The 23-year-old woman was last seen getting into a black truck pulling a trailer driven by an unknown black male. She was wearing a white shirt, cream-colored joggers, and carrying a black backpack. Anyone with information on Shaquise's disappearance, please go to the Black and Missing Foundation website. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. With time, most people show who they really are. Inhale truth. Exhale falsity. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with comedian extraordinaire Myra J., man of the world extraordinaire Stephen Hill, and LGBTQ activist extraordinaire Quinn Townsend Riley as we discuss today's top headlines and more. To subscribe to the free daily What You Need to Know newsletter, please visit SibylWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.